So one of the hottest platforms right now is Instagram, but did you know that it's actually possible to get more followers using Instagram stories? Well, in this video, I interview Sue B Zimmerman, the Instagram expert, and for the last 7 years, she's been learning the best practices on Instagram so you can get more followers, ultimately build your business faster, and make more money. And in this video, she's going to be breaking down 3 tips right now.
Want a copy of YouTube Secrets audiobook for free? Right now, when you sign up for a free 30-day trial of Audible, you can also get a complimentary copy of the #1 best-selling YouTube strategy book in the world. Download your copy today at tubesecretsaudio.com.
Welcome back to Video Influencers. I am Sean Cannell, and this channel is all about helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online video. But today, I'm so fired up because specifically, we're going to be talking about how to get more followers with Instagram stories. And I'm sitting here with Sue B Zimmerman, the Instagram expert who helps you become the go-to authority in your niche with Instagram. And whether that's your main platform or you're using it as kind of a support platform to your YouTube channel, we've got 3 awesome tips today. But Sue B, for those that are just meeting you, break down kind of your backstory in a nutshell and how you help people.
Yeah, hey everybody. I'm so excited to be here with Sean. I love helping business owners really understand the power of Instagram to grow a business, and like Sean said, to become that go-to authority in your industry, in your niche. And you know what? It takes work, and it takes time, and it takes patience. And you can absolutely build that authority using Instagram, and there's so many ways that we could go deep in it.
Before we get into the tips, I'd love to hear about just what you feel like is the opportunity with Instagram right now, and maybe a story or two of even people you've helped in the kind of niches, or if they're a coach or they're a consultant, and how they're using Instagram to really position themselves and generate revenue.
Yeah, so Instagram, I've been teaching Instagram marketing for 7 years, and it's changed so much since the beginning. As you know, 7 years ago, it was just the feed post, and now I like to say there are 4 neighborhoods, and Instagram's the village. And my favorite neighborhood is to hang out in is Instagram stories, but there are opportunities for great video content and content in all 4 neighborhoods. So whether you are showing up in the feed consistently with the algorithm, working those stories to bring a lot of eyeballs back down to that feed and create content that people are going to be interested in, or even producing IGTVs or going live, all those areas help with the algorithm, which is a thing, and everyone's always asking about that. But in my mind, the best thing on all 4 neighborhoods is getting real, authentic engagement and conversations that lead to opportunities.
And so you're going to be breaking down some tips, but specifically, a lot of people don't think of Instagram stories as a way to get followers, but you have some tips on actually how you can grow your Instagram following with stories. And the first one is location. What does that mean?
Location. So Instagram has location sticker right in the stories, and you can strategically be using that sticker to get more eyeballs on your content. So when you, for example, we're here at Social Media Marketing World, use the location Social Media Marketing World instead of San Diego or instead of the conference that we're at, you can get eyeballs from everybody else. There's over 3,000 people here who are using that and viewing the stories. You get the opportunity to show up in stories in that story reel, and somebody could stumble upon you and what you do and tap back into your avatar and go check you out and give you that follow that you want based on your content.
I love that. And let's break that down practically, though. So for those that are maybe living in whatever city, let's say San Diego, how could they be using that location tag step by step?
So if someone is searching on Instagram, because it does have a great search engine in the Explore tab where you can actually search for location, whether it's food or shopping or exercise, whatever it is that you're interested in, if you are searching for that, you can be found. An example of this is when I spoke in LA, and I was looking for, at the location where I was speaking, I was looking for a makeup artist, and that makeup artist showed up in that location where I was speaking, and I found someone to come do my makeup.
Oh, that's a really good workflow too, because you're looking for a makeup artist, so you're doing the search, and then you're clicking through to their profile. So then you're getting to see, do I like their photos? Do I like their work?
Right.
Do I like what they're saying? And then you're able to click link in the bio. And so that's kind of full circle how this could be connected back to your business.
Right. And she was great. She ended up doing a great job.
That's super
good.
powerful.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to tip number 2, which is hashtags and using those in stories. How does that work?
So very similarly to the geotag, hashtags can be searched and found, as you know, and a lot of people don't know that you can use up to 11 strategic hashtags in your stories. So you got the sticker, and then I don't know if you know this, but there's 10 other opportunities to go broad in hashtags in stories. So unlike the feed where you want to go niche specific to your industry, in stories, it's a broader story hashtag. So for example, I live in Boston, so I use Boston business women as a hashtag consistently. And I not only show up in that hashtag hub, but I also follow that hashtag, which you definitely want to do when you find the right ones. And I connect with other Boston business women who I've then collaborated with and searched profiles, found them, followed many of them, and build community around that.
You can actually swipe up, and a lot of people don't know this about stories, see your insights and actually see the traffic coming from hashtags.
Right.
And if actually they are effective. And so do you have any hacks for using hashtags?
I definitely have hacks, but let's just go back to that Boston businesswoman, because if people are viewing and watching that, I can get discovered as much as I'm discovering opportunities. So a lot of people discover me and then start following me because of that hashtag. So we're talking about growing your followers, right?
Yeah.
I got 2 amazing hashtag hacks. You ready for them?
Yes.
Okay, the first one is if you are using hashtags in your stories, and like I said, you can use up to 11, and you don't want those clips to look spammy in any way. It's like, wait, there's all these hashtags. This person's kind of desperate. You can hide those hashtags using the color dropper to match a color on that clip and shrink them. Now, you don't want to shrink them so tiny that they disappear. They need to be big enough to be discovered if someone were to tap it. And a lot of people are like, my hashtags aren't working. I'm like, are you shrinking them down too little? And they're like, yeah. And also, you want to make sure that you place them somewhere, especially if it's a video, that if the video is moving, it's not gonna, like, all those hashtags aren't gonna pop up in the video. Right?
Is it okay to also slide them off screen?
I've heard that works. Have you had results doing that?
I mean, I think I can still get traffic on the hashtags, and it kind of takes
Like
2 fingers where you start to move it, you touch, and then you slide it off the screen.
Yes, I've done that too.
Yeah.
I've done that too. So that's great. The other thing that's really important for all of you to know, that every single clip, and this does take time, everything does, you need to put those hashtags there. So I like to put them in my notes on my iPhone and copy and paste them. Again, these are broader hashtags for stories, like women empowerment, women who lead, not the niche ones that you put in your feed.
Man, amazing. The power of hashtags. And we're growing our Instagram right now with these tips. So if you've been getting value, smash the like button and tell us in the comments section below, what is your Instagram handle? Don't put the link, just put your @ handle. And how do you help people? What's kind of your tagline, your business, your niche, and why people should follow you on Instagram? This is be a great way to connect and kind of network in our video influencers community in the YouTube comments. So definitely drop a comment below. But the third tip here is @ mentions. For getting more followers through stories, how does that work?
So a couple things. One is, as you know, when you @ mention in a post, in a feed, that post can be shared into a story. So there's an opportunity to strategically think about the @ mentions in your content that live on in your feed, that don't go away within 24 hours. And when you share from that feed post to a story, that account gets a notification that you shared it, and they then could share it to their stories. And so there's an @ mention that comes back to you if you're doing that in a way that is with partners and opportunities where you want to put yourself in front of those audiences. Separately, you can @ mention in a story, and that is the only way from a story that account will get a notification. And chances are, if you're giving a shout out, like if you were to @ mention me in your story, I'll be like, he @ mentioned me, and it makes sense for me to share it in my story at that time. I would absolutely, especially here at social media world where we are, share it back into mine. Now I introduce you to my audience, and you get more followers from that. It's kind of like a great shout out with someone that you align with. I have a little tip on this too.
Let's do it.
Hack. So if you're feeling like, okay, I got an @ mention, it's great, but my story is this, and we are all about staying in your story and don't confuse the audience. Take a screenshot or a screen record of that video, of that at mention, and use it in a way. What we like to do is FOMO Friday, where you can give shout outs to that content where it makes sense in the context of your story.
Super good tip. And this kind of goes back to, in a way, like a cool way to network with social media. So what would you say to the practicality? You got to be having relationships, rubbing shoulders. We're here at Social Media Marketing
Yes.
World, and your industry conferences, it could be local meetups. There's maybe something about those tangible relationships that really can be lit on fire and expand with the power of social media and Instagram. Yeah?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And by the way, with the at mentions, like we talked about the hashtags, you can at mention 10 Instagram accounts.
Wow.
And hide them, just like we shared earlier.
Man, super powerful tips. If you're getting value, hit the like button. And if you actually want to check out another video and more about Instagram, you've got a great YouTube channel. So we'll click to that on the YouTube card about growing all kinds of different strategies for growing on Instagram, monetizing your account. But for those that want to connect with you, where can they find you online?
Definitely come over to Instagram at the Instagram Expert. Let me know on any of my posts that you heard me from this awesome YouTube channel, and send me a DM and let me know what your favorite tip was.
And if you want to check out other Instagram tips from the YouTube channel here on Video Influencers, just click or tap the screen to see our playlist with the best hacks for growing, or another video from Video Influencers. Just click or tap the screen and we will see you in the next video. Peace.